Hi, I'm Gail and welcome back to lowcarbrecipe.ideas.com. Today we're going to make a low-carb rice pudding. I love rice pudding, but rice is so high in carbs, so we're going to substitute the rice and we're going to use cauliflower. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is I've taken a head of cauliflower and I've taken the leaves off and a little bit of the core, but the rest I've left the core on. And I'm cutting them into chunks that I can put into my food processor. So that's the next thing we're going to do is we're going to shred it so that we can make our rice. Okay, so now what I've done is the cauliflower had filled the food processor already, so I took out what I could out of it so I had room to do the rest of it. So I've got all my rice shredded, or my cauliflower shredded. It looks like rice, and it works out to be about 5 cups with that head of cauliflower. So I'm just going to set this aside, and I'm going to bring in another dish, and I am going to put the ingredients together to make this low carb rice. So I've got my whipping cream, 35%. I have a cup of whipping cream, and I'm using the whole container. I just wanted to kind of give you an idea. There's 2 cups, and there's no sense wasting it, so 2 cups and a quarter of the whipping cream we're going to put in the dish, in the mixing bowl. Now we're going to add 3/4 cup of xylitol. Now what I do with my xylitol, and I've explained it in many of my videos, is I take it and I put it in my Ninja food processor and I make it into a powder. So it's a powder sugar, which works way better when you're working with it. It cooks up better, it dissolves better when it's finer. So that's what I've done. And then I put it back in the bag, and when I need it, it's all ready. At first I was just doing, every time I needed it, I would process it, and it was just wasting too much time, so I did the whole bag, and now I'm all set. Now I'm going to put in 3 eggs, a pinch of salt, teaspoon of cinnamon, and 3 teaspoons of vanilla. And I'm just going to whisk this together. There, I think I've got it well blended. So now I'm going to bring back my rice, or pretend rice, and then we're going to pour in this mixture. We're going to put it on the stove and we're going to cook it up. Now, I do like raisins in my rice pudding. The raisins are high in carbs. That's an option for you, what you want to do. I am going to put in 1/3 cup, or sorry, 1/4 cup. It really isn't very much. I would prefer more, but like I said, it's higher in carbs, and if you're still trying to lose weight, you need to be a little more careful. You can make it without. So now I'm going to put this on the stove and we're going to cook it up. So I've got it on high heat just to get it started, and I'll just stir it up, turn it down to medium, and let it cook for a little bit. So this is 50 minutes cooking on the stove, and it's lost most of its liquid. I'm very pleased with the consistency of it, the texture. So we're going to take it off and we're going to put them in dishes. So here's my low-carb cauliflower rice pudding. I got 10 dishes of rice pudding, 1/2 cup each, and you can see a couple of empty ones. We've already been testing them. So Your carb count is 2.5 for the rice pudding with the cauliflower if you don't put in the raisins. Now with the raisins it works out to be just over 5 net carbs. So for a half cup, it's nice, tasty, it's sweet. And I actually took it over to my neighbors and had them try it, and I thought, oh, this is really good rice pudding. Then I told them it was cauliflower, and they were quite surprised that it was cauliflower. I like to surprise them sometimes. So it's very good. Go to lowcarbrecipe.ideas.com. Check out this recipe and all my other ones, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.